Hi, everybody. I'm here with Monica. I think 2 weeks ago, we talked about loneliness and we went through that. Uh, but today, we decided that let's just open it up and we talk about how, when changes in your life, in your business, in your personal life, whatever comes up for you, how do you handle it? And what is the steps that it makes it easier for you to get to that other side of that change that it's happening. Sometimes it's you want it to happen, sometimes it just happens normally, naturally, as life goes on.
Yeah.
So Monica, what would you like to tell our listeners about that?
Yeah. I think one of the ways that we can start to think about even resistance to change is really that it's coming from a protective place where internally your nervous system is sensing that you've not ever done this thing, right? You've never experienced this life change before. You've maybe never taken this job before. You've never worked or lived in this place before. You've never been in a relationship with this person before. So your nervous system doesn't know how to survive that yet. So
Right.
because it hasn't survived it yet, it senses it as somewhat dangerous or unsafe. And so oftentimes, if we are resistant to change or we struggle to embrace change, it's coming from a self-protective place, which says, I don't know if this is safe or not yet. So one of the
Exactly.
greatest ways that we can embrace change, or that we can embrace and be more resilient to change, is really in learning some basic somatic or nervous system regulation skills to increase your internal resiliency. So increase your internal sense of safety to experience and try new things.
Exactly. So, I mean, I can give an example. Like, I work with clients that uh, after divorce or breakup, and the change that has happened because it was
Mhm.
not a lot of times is not in their hands, or it's not, it's sad. It's the
Mhm.
feeling is sad inside of you. So how are you going to deal with that change, deal with that emotion of sadness to go forward and,
Yeah.
be open to find another love in your life, or, go ahead and do your daily routines. So I, I tell my clients that first of all, we need to befriend our feelings. If you feel sad,
Yes.
angry, any kind of feeling that you have, or happy, just sit
Mhm.
with that feeling, and then let's see if it's the incident. What is the incident that happened that made you feel sad or happy or angry? And if you sit with it and actually invite it in, it's going to make a big difference than if you ignore it and just go on with your life. And because it's somewhere in your life, it will come out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you never know when it will come out. So let's deal with it now. So that's first thing. The second thing is, okay, so it's a change. You broke up with that person, you divorced that person. So what is it that you want now? So it's another step to self-discovery. And
Mhm.
let's say you were with that person 2 years, 20 years, I don't know, 6 months, whatever period it
Yeah.
has been. So let's just see, and let's just, like, go deep and see what is it that you want now in this stage of your life
Mhm.
after this breakup. You have learned so many things, and we are here. I mean, I believe that we're here to really explore. This is our journey to learn and go to the next step to get to where we need to get to in our
Yeah.
lives. So then it makes it easier for people
Mhm.
to understand when they do that journaling or self-discovery, what they want at this stage of their life, in
Yeah.
a relationship, not to be in a relationship, take a break. I mean, there's so many questions that you can answer,
Mhm.
and be honest with yourself.
Yes. Yes. And I think with even that self discovery, even the ability to own your desires or to state what you want. It requires internal safety, right? Like we have to, like you said, we can't skip out on phase one, right? We have to really acknowledge what the body just went through, whatever the emotions are, whatever the experience was. If you're letting something go, anytime there's change, there is some sense of letting go, which is grief, right? And so when we think about that in that context, and we can say, hey, I have to invite these feelings in so that I can then open my hands and receive whatever is coming, even receive the internal intuition or the internal knowing about what I do desire, right? We sometimes will want to feel our feelings really fast or get through that first phase one. And I'm like, hey, the more work you do on phase one, then you're gonna, phase two will be easier and
Easier.
faster. You'll have more
Yeah.
flow, right?
Yes.
Because you made space to grieve the letting go so that you can embrace the change. So yeah, I love that you have that framework for your clients, and I just wanted to like piggyback on that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's I can use myself as an example. When I broke up with my ex, it took me. I was angry for 6 months. I'm seriously was angry,
Yeah.
sad, disappointed. But then I gave myself a long period of time to explore and see what has happened. What did I do wrong in this interaction?
Mhm. Yeah.
And own that 2%. And I always ask my clients, let's see 90%, 90, I don't know, 8% of the fault is on the other side of that person. So what is your 2%? As soon as we understand our 2%, I mean, it just everything flows because
Mhm.
we're honest with ourselves. My mind was that I did not communicate what my needs
Mhm.
are. I had no idea. I mean, first of all, I didn't know what my needs are,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
I didn't communicate uh, with my ex what my needs are. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
How can you
then,
communicate what you're not clear on, right?
yeah,
And I
what
think that's even to your point. Like if you're moving through to the next chapter, you have to get clear on what you want or what you expect or what you need to look different in order to confidently have a target that you're reaching for, something that you're moving towards. So the more work you can do in terms of self-reflection and discovery, it's going to make you a better partner. It's going to make you a better, even in my realm, the clients that I work with, like professional, right? Because you know what environment you're trying to work in, and where you do the best work, and also what fills your cup, but also what feels like a leak or that drains you, right? And so
exactly,
by
exactly.
becoming more clear on your values, your wants, your desires, your needs, then you can communicate that or start, moving towards that thing that you want.
Yes, exactly. So it's a process, and the first thing is just that feeling. I mean, it's so crucial to really, really know your feeling and befriend your feelings. I'm gonna I have a self-discovery journal that I give my clients. I forgot, but I'm gonna put it on the description, and people can use it because these are add questions, ask yourself more questions about what you're going through and how you feel and where you want to be. And
Mhm.
today is a new day. You're not that, I don't know, 5-year-old or 10-year-old, because
Right.
of those limiting beliefs that comes in every interaction sometimes bring those limiting beliefs. So at 40 or 50 or 30 or 60 or even 70, let's just look and see where we are
Mhm.
and where we want to go
Yeah.
for the rest of our lives. So it's a journey, and sometimes I get disappointed also,
Yeah.
but then as soon as I ask myself these questions, and mine is my self-care is just walk. I go hiking or walking in the morning. That 1 hour really balances me out for the whole day. So
Mhm.
find out what balances you out for that whole day. That
Mhm.
is it exercising? Is it It can be anything. Is it playing golf? Is it playing tennis?
Painting, music. Yeah, it can be anything. Yeah.
Anything that you like that would kind of bring that, then you talked about the nervous system to the
Mhm.
space of calm, so you
Yeah.
can sit there and say, okay, this is what I want. I know
Yeah.
now what I want.
That's where you're going to have the most clarity and the most connection, like with your grounded self, is when you can get to that place of calm and then engage in the self discovery. That's going to be the game changer right there. It's really hard to do self discovery if you're in a dysregulated state of your nervous system. So if you're really busy and you're just trying to cram in some journaling, or you're trying to like, let me just get through these prompts really quick, like that's, you're not
It don't
spacious
work.
enough to do that work. You got to
Yeah,
get regulated first so you can really connect with what your true authentic self desires. And so I love that, again, that tip that you give there, just, get grounded, and then, then become more clear about your feelings and your desires. And I would say too that like your nervous system is designed to be flexible. So your design is to be coming in and out of regulation throughout your day, right? In the morning, when your stress is higher because your body needs that extra cortisol to wake you up, it's supposed to be higher, right? It's supposed to be a little bit more elevated. And then it should come in and come out with ease and flexibility and flow. And so if you are, again, trying to get to calm and stay calm, it's going to be very difficult. And that there's nothing wrong with you if you can't stay calm all day. It's just going to be, that's going to be a challenge. But the goal is to notice when you are feeling outside of regulation, outside of that calm, so that you can use some of these tools or strategies like what you just shared about to come back into some more regulation, and then come back out with stress and flow all throughout the day.
I mean, that's part of self-care, knowing,
Absolutely.
giving
Yeah. And
yourself that.
self-awareness, right?
Yeah,
Noticing.
yeah, that 10-15 minutes a day. I mean, sometimes when you wake up, maybe you have that window of 5-10 minutes to journal, or before you go to bed. It's just for different people, it's different. Or maybe you have that lunchtime that you can be by yourself and give yourself that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's all, at the end of the day, everything is in your hand, that
Yeah.
you really, we are here to guide our clients. But
Mhm.
then the commitment to get from where you are to where you want to get, it's the commitment that each person gives to themselves. And
Yes.
yes, and I would always tell my clients, what is your commitment to yourself? And then let me be the holder of that commitment with you. So we can
Yes.
go through this. And every time that we meet, I say, okay, remember your commitment is this, this, this. And it's just
Yeah.
that reminder
Mhm.
for them, that where they are, I guess they were last week, and where they want to be tomorrow, or in 2 months, or
Yeah.
2 years, or wherever the time structure is for them. So
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Holding that commitment container, right? Like a container of commitment to each
yeah,
other and to the work and to the goals that they set. That's so beautiful the way you said that.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, if you have any subjects that you like us to talk about next time, next week, we're going to be going live at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Mondays. So ask us any questions that you have, and be happy to address it when we're on live. And thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much, Monica, for joining.
Yeah. This is so fun. Thanks again, Coach O.
Sure, and hope everybody has a great week. Thank you.